Hello and welcome to Sports Tonight on Channels Television. I am Tyre Salam, of course, right here in Lagos. Austin Okonakban is ready as well. What's up, Austin?
That's right, Tyre. Let's rock and roll. Sporting greetings to you and, of course, our viewers joining us from different parts of the world. Still an action-packed world of sports. Tyre, let's do this.
Let's do this, and it's only right we start with what is going on in Cairo, Egypt. Austin, your guys and your girls are still delivering big time in that part of the world. We're going to get into that shortly, but that's because after I get to introduce my studio guests right there, waiting patiently, champing at the beat to be a part of the program. What's up? How you doing, man?
Good morning. Good evening.
Yes, evening.
Good evening, Tyre. It's always good to have you. Nice to have you, man.
Yes, it's great to have you. Second time out, definitely it's going to be a lot better than the first time out. Austin, let's start with what's going on in Egypt. Cairo, to be precise, where today was a gold rush for Team Nigeria at the African Open Championships, talking about powerlifting.
Same old story, Tyre. You know, I told you guys yesterday on the show that with the power lifters, it's not about winning. They go there and they smash records, you know, give the country a good representation. And while I would try to, you know, celebrate these guys for the things that they do, we use it to remind the country that it's a reminder that they need to do more in supporting special sports in the country.
Yo, you're spot on. Let's quickly give you the update straight up. First of all, before I get to the update, Team Nigeria doing incredible things. On the show yesterday, Roland Ezuruke won gold for Nigeria. And guess what? Today, 4 gold medals, starting off with a lady you're seeing on your screen right there, Esther Nwogu, setting 2 next-gen world records on her way to winning gold in the women's up to 41 kg category at the African Open Championships in Egypt. This lady, she's just 19 years old. She's the absolute best when it comes to her age grade in this category.
Catching them young has always been our trademark. You know, if you look at someone like her, she has been tremendous for age grade, doing that tremendous lift. Even elderly people struggle to do that. So we have to tell you how much of how strong she is. And it's good that we're catching them young. It's good that they're doing the best that they can at this point in time. They're representing Nigeria on a good note across of Nigeria. So in that case, maybe, and we hope that she keeps growing and becomes better, and because as she gets older, she'll win more medals and make more money too for herself, and probably make more impact at large. So a good one for Esther Nwogu, no doubt, and let's see how it pans out for her in the future, and hopefully for her to do better for herself and better for the country of Nigeria.
Yeah, spot on, Shegun. Austin, let me come to you straight away. Yesterday we were talking about Roland and the likes of Folashade Olafemi. You're getting on a beat in age. Now we have a 19-year-old who's a next gen, and she's actually setting world records again. Talk about succession planning you mentioned last night on the show.
And just to let our viewers know that she's been on this consistency, because right from the Para Sports Festival, she announced herself, and now this African Championship is a good way for her to, you know, show that she's not a one-time wonder. And that's what we're talking about, that you need to give them competitions for them to prove themselves, you know. Right. And we're tired of talking about the same guys over and over again. I'm sure a lot of people that follow powerlifting don't know Esther Nwogu. There she is on your screen. Champion already, African champion. What's next for her? We must find a way to keep this consistency going. There is the Paralympics coming on in 2024. It will be good to still talk about Esther. Then thereafter, give them more competitions so that Esther will, you know, get you know, keep them going, the winning going, because she's got role models she can actually look up to. There's Folashade, there's Lucy Ejike. There are loads of champs in powerlifting that she can say, this person did it for the country. Now is my time to bring up the next generation of powerlifting champions. Super proud of Esther Nwogu.
Yeah, we're all super proud of Esther Nwogu after lifting a total 114 kilograms, and that's a celebration afterwards being lifted up by her coach. And also you mentioned having role models in the sports. So many great powerlifters Nigeria has produced. Another legend, or I don't think there's any doubt about it, is Latifat Tijani. She got a gold medal as well too for Nigeria. Nigeria's second on the day. That's in the women's 45 kg. It's a new African record. And Austin, I don't know what more do you have to say about Latifa Tijani. She's been there, done it, still doing it.
Some consistency story I just said about Esther. But the difference is that Esther is upcoming. Latifa has been there, and she's not stopping.
Yeah.
Coming off the Commonwealth Games with a medal, getting another one now, the African Championship. Look, I keep saying it over and over again. We just need to empower these powerlifters. Entire countries have called on Nigeria to say, what do you guys do for powerlifting that you dominate the sport so much? You know, but if we don't support these athletes, like the ugly tales were at the Commonwealth Games, they lost 2 medals because of logistics problems.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I always say, Tayo, that we need to do that 70% before we come out to compete. So somebody, because of kids or something, did not get the athletes ready. They went there and they were disqualified. So you see, these athletes can only do what they can do. Administration must do its part to keep it going. And one of the things that we need to do is to find a way to ensure that our champions stay champions.
Yeah, right, Austin. The athletes are going to do their part, which is to compete. But then for them to actually flourish and thrive, they need the support of the administrators. They need the administrators to do their own part as well. So it goes for sportsmen in general.
We have an history of when it comes to the talent is there.
Yeah,
the talent is there, the will is there, but there's little, like Austin said, there's little at which these our athletes can do as regards certain providing logistics. We've gone over again from the issue of the Commonwealth, like he said, to the issue of the gold athlete, the guy that won gold for chess in the 1996 or 1998 and 1996 Olympic, and I think in Spain or so, that they have just given a medal recently. Yes, so we've gone on and on as regards this thing. And the talent, and like also said, people are asking that how do we, that's to tell you that Nigeria as a whole, we have, give us anything in 3 months, in 1 month, we'll become masters of it. And this powerlifting is a sport that we are very strong in, both at the local stage and international stage. Yeah. Even at the Commonwealth, we won lots of medals, we broke record. The lady that won 155 kg, that has represent Commonwealth record, is a Nigerian. She has a ton of Tijani girl. She has been fantastic. She's not a newbie in the industry, and we hope that she keep on with the pace and she keeps having the hunger, because for them right now, winning is not the thing. Now to keep winning is a more difficult thing, and I hope that she can do more as regards that. All
right, congratulations to Latifa Tijani. Like I said, it was a gold rush. That means that we won 4 gold medals. Just before I came on air, we also saw Kafilat Al-Maruf winning gold for Nigeria in a new African record. That's in the women's up to 73 kg category. And what a powerlifting competition without talking about Folashade Oluwafemi Ayo. Austin Folashade Oluwafemi Ayo won Nigeria's 4th gold medal just before I came in the studio for at the African Open Championship. So 4 medals, gold medals are for Nigeria in Cairo. And what more can we say to these powerlifters other than to say thumbs up, big thumbs up for them. So let's leave the powerlifting championship going on in Cairo. Let's move on and talk about football this time around. The CAF Women's Champions League is just around the corner. It's upon us. It's going to start on Sunday. Of course, Nigeria's got representatives in that competition. There you go. That's the Group B, where Nigeria will be taking on Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa. They are the defending champions, so they're a very, very good side, no doubt. Nigeria represented by Bayelsa Queens. There's also Wadi Delga of Egypt, as well as TP Mazembe. Of course, we're very familiar with TP Mazembe from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Let me come to you with this one quickly before we go to our guest waiting for us virtually. What do you think Nigeria's chances are? I mean, Bayelsa Queen's chances are in this group?
You have a great chance. They have a good chance, if you ask me.
Good.
Last year we had Rivers Angels, but they couldn't get past the group stage. You look at the Bayelsa Queens, they've won 4 titles between last year and this year. They won the WAFOB, they won the NWFL, they've won the Obaseki Cup. They know what it is to be in this group. And the other guys on Little Sundowns, they are the present champions of the competition.
Yeah.
They are no minors.
Nope.
Even their coach has spoken tough as I said that since we want to beat them, but they are ready for up the task. Even our coach, our own coach, he spoke that we know there's going to be a tough game, but they're ready to fight there. And for you to be the best, you have to pick the best. And I see Bayelsa Queens giving a top-notch performance in the competition. You know they're going to play the game on Sunday and then in 3 days time to play back-to-back games in 3 days. So I really believe that Bayelsa Queens have the mind, have the will to do that. I need to understand that CAF has also released $1.5 million for the total winners.
It's a lot of money.
A lot of money. Yeah. So the winners are going to win $400,000, while the runners are going to win $250,000. So that's a lot of money. I really wish I was playing football. I was playing them for Bayelsa Queens, you know. At least I have an extra motivation for them. But then on the flip side, but on a more serious note, you look at Bayelsa Queens, you look at how they've come up. They've since 2001 since they come to the stage up to now. They know what it is to win trophies. They're not under pressure. So how can they play against the best of the best? And they're playing against Mount Sundowns, which they are no minors.
Defending champs, yeah. They're very tough side.
Very tough side.
Right. Shegun, I get what you've said. They've got a good chance. That's a message from you on Bayelsa Queens. Let's go to Casablanca now and talk to, we've not been able to get the coach because they're staying focused on the match with the preparations for the CAF Champions League. But we're delighted now to welcome the sports commissioner of Bayelsa State, Daniel Igali. Of course, the world-famous Daniel Igali when it comes to weightlifting. He's going to join us on the show now. He's going to be telling us how ready Bayelsa Queens are for this competition. Good evening, Daniel.
Yeah, so we're trying to get Daniel Igali to, get ready. I'm sure once he unmutes his microphone, he'll start talking. But let me just jump on some of the things that Shegun Vincent talked about. Bayelsa Queens style, I've got some bit of confidence in that team now because I see them, they've already started correcting mistakes Rivers Angels made in the maiden edition of the competition. They got there right on time. They're in the right frame of mind. They are staying focused. No wonder the coach cannot even talk to you or getting Daniel Igali. Rivers United, don't forget, they got to the competition. Rivers Angels. Rivers Angels called Rivers United. Rivers Angels got there on the day the competition was starting. That's not the story of Bayelsa Queens. And Bayelsa Queens in the last 2 or 3 years have shown some level of consistency that they can compete. And if you check the way they went through the qualifiers, I think they understand the mission. And then hopefully they will, get it done. Let's not be quick to make it look like Mamelodi Sundowns are all that. Yes, they are defending champions, but this is women's football, and this is club women's football. So everybody is coming, trying to get a little bit of experience here and there. What we should commend Mamelodi Sundowns about is what they are doing as a country for league football development. You see the difference? They are giving it so much attention. So whatever they're doing for the men, they're trying to get it going for the women. No wonder. Who is the current champion of the world?
I was going to ask you the same question. That's why they're a big deal.
There you go. So it's about the attention. It is what you sow, you reap. So they have given so much attention, got league sponsors into their league, encourage more girls to get into women's football. All of those things, Tayo, makes up that 70% I always talk about that you must do before you go to compete. That's what South Africa has done. This is what Bayelsa United, they're trying to, Bayelsa Queens, Bayelsa State is also trying to do with their teams. And to an extent, it's showing. Wasn't it 2 years ago? Bayelsa went to the sports festival. They were impressive. Bayelsa United won the ITO Cup, went to play on the continent. Bayelsa Queen won the Women's League. There must be something they are doing. So when Daniel Igali comes on, maybe he would tell us, and then some states who are listening can find a way to see how we can get that, because we want it to be a holistic thing for winning, going to talk about women's football in Nigeria.
Yeah, we can't wait to get Daniel. Daniel, if you're with us, good evening. How are you doing tonight?
Good evening. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. It's great to finally connect with you, Daniel. We're not going to be talking tactics because obviously you're not the coach of the team, but I'm sure you can tell us how ready the team are off the pitch. Daniel?
Well, we've been here for almost a week now. In fact, our plan was to be here for 2 weeks before the tournament because we wanted them to get properly acquainted with the weather, get about 3 training matches before the tournament. Yesterday, we played a first division club side here, and these guys were ruthless yesterday. They scored 11 goals to 0.
Wow.
But it's things are coming into plan. The coaches were quite happy with the different formations they used, and it appears in about 3 days the girls will be ready to go.
All right, indeed. We're hoping they'll be ready to go. Austin?
Yeah, Daniel Igali, good to have you on the show. God help me so I don't ask you anything as regards wrestling on this program. But good to see that you've taken that winning mentality that you did with wrestling to Sports General in Bayelsa State. Let's talk about Bayelsa Queens now and this CAF Women's Champions League. Tell me how you guys are in Bayelsa. Tell me how you've treated the ladies differently, because the wrong approach we do sometimes, people do what they do with the men to the women. How did you get this team ready for the CAF Women's Champions League?
You know, we have a government that is really focused on sports. The governor was a former commissioner for youth and sports. The deputy governor who directly supervises us is almost a fanatic. So there's a lot of attention paid to our teams generally, but especially to Bayelsa Queens. The Bayelsa Queens are the best remunerated club side in Nigeria, without a doubt. We have about 5 foreign players on our team. We have 2 Ghanaians, we have 2 Cameroonians, and a Zambian that are on the team and are currently with the team coming to play here. Because we feel this is not just a state team, this is a national, this is an international team. And we take this position very seriously. Last year, our representatives did their best, but didn't go as far as we expected them to go. And we're hoping with the kind of team we have, with the preparation we've had, that we'll go as far as we possibly can.
Okay, let's make it clearer now. What's the objective? Is it to gain experience because this is the first time Bayelsa Queens will be competing at this level? Or is it to bring back home the trophy?
Well, it's not necessarily to gain experience anymore. We've gone to the WAFO B and won it outrightly, scoring 17 goals and only conceding 1. Yeah. Last time we only qualified by being second place. So this team is not coming to Marrakesh and ultimately play Rabat for exposure purposes. I think we're coming to achieve a singular aim of bringing back the trophy to Nigeria.
Wow, that's very interesting. Let's see how it pans out. Starting off the competition is going to be against Mamelodi Sundowns. That's going to be the first game on the 31st of October. Then they'll play TP Mazembe, a very, very good side as well. They'll play them in their next game. That's going to be on the 3rd of November. They'll wrap up the group stage campaign against Wadi Delga FC from Morocco. So from Egypt, I beg your pardon. So that's the fixtures for Bayelsa Queens in the 2nd edition of the CAF Women's Champions League. Wish them all the best with these games. And before we let you go, Daniel, you talked about Bayelsa Queens being the team in Nigeria with the highest or with the most remuneration. So with that in mind, is there a special package for this team in terms of their campaign in Morocco?
I can tell you right now that we are here as a team with bonuses right up to the finals. That is the level of support the Bayelsa State government gives them.
Okay.
His Excellency Doidiri has ensured that all the players are assured of all their bonuses, first and foremost, but not just their winning bonuses. For each goal, they know how much they get. If they score 5 goals, each goal this player score is $1,000 here. So if you score 5 goals, that's $5,000 for the team. And then the person who scores a goal gets additional money. The person who gives the second assist gives additional money.
Wow.
And the first assist gets additional money. So that's how things have been planned. All of them are waiting to get their bonuses as the league goes, as the competition goes on.
Progresses. All right. All right. Austin, we got to go on a break.
Yeah, we've got to go on a break, but let's keep Daniel Igali. I like the things I'm hearing. Let's keep Daniel Igali. Daniel Igali, stay right there. Let's go on this quick break. When we come back, it's the big teams at the CAF Women's Champions League. What does Bielsa Queens know about their opponent? I'm sure Igali has got some report to tell us. Don't go anywhere. Stay. Welcome back. It's Sports Tonight on Channels Television. We're previewing the CAF Women's Champions League. Yeah, just in case you're hearing it, it's the second edition. Among all of these Sundowns, they are defending champions of the CAF Women's Champions League, and they'll be playing in the same group as Nigeria's Bielsa Queens. We've got the Commissioner of Sports in Bielsa State, Daniel Igali. Y'all know Daniel Igali with the Wrestling Federation, but he's doing his thing for his state, and he's been talking to us as regards preparations for the team. And when Daniel Igali, when you started talking about the bonuses, whenever I hear foreign currencies, I come alive, And so I said, let me ask you, I know you're not part of the technical crew, but I'm sure you get reports because Tayo Salam has been reminding us we're going to play by Mamelodi Sundowns, the defending champion. There's Tipi Mazembe. What does Bielsa Queens know about their opponent at the CAF Women's Champions League?
The team knows not only them, we know a lot about Degla. We also know a lot about Tipi Mazembe. And since we've been here, the coaches have been playing different formations and looking at how to curtail and to make advances towards their opponents. So while I won't get into specifics and give anything away because everybody's
now you're feeling like a top class technical coach. It's okay, I get you. In case they are watching, so they don't know that we know them. Let's let you go. Thank you so much for being on the show. Give our best wishes to the team. We'll be praying for them as they begin their campaign at the CAF Women's Champions League.
Thank you very much for keeping our fingers crossed.
All right. Thanks so much. Have a great night. So that's it. Daniel Igali, Commissioner for Sports in Bielsa State. Let me go back to the Lagos studio. Shegun Vincent, you listened to Daniel Igali. Now, after listening to him, are you super confident that Bielsa Queens can go all the way?
Yeah, of course. If you see, when you hear Daniel Igali, anything touches turns to gold. So I'm looking at his track record. Of course, he's a winner. And then when you deal with top-notch administrator, top-notch, you saw what he has done with the Wrestling Federation. So when he is there supervising there, of course, you cannot belittle what Bielsa Queens are going to do. I believe they're going to do better than what Rivers Angels did.
Okay.
The money is motivational factor there, 1,000 per goal. I really wish I was a woman playing football right now. He has said it all. Yeah. They said the preparation, they even know about their opponents. And that is one of the key things that our teams have lacked in the area, those technical issues, not because we don't have the talent, but, and again, one thing that we have struggled with our size is our away record. And I believe that Daniel Igali is also looking into that. He may not be part of the technical crew, but he has an idea, he knows what it is to handle such kind of situations. And then I believe that with him there, with the coach, the coach has spoken tough about the team. We've had players, they are winners, they won 4 trophies in less than a year. They have been fantastic, they are winners over and over again. And when you create that winning mentality, you can never undermine. And one thing about football and about sports is that when you are playing football, never look down. You don't look down on your opponents, never underrate them, and never overrate them. And when we're going to play that game on Sunday, being fearless, the sky's the limit of us. That's what we can do. And Austin is a main supporter of our local teams. Even when things are really tight, he's always optimistic. And I've keyed into that. I've keyed into that faith, and I believe. And I believe that maybe probably in the future, Austin might be motivating us to do better in our lives.
But Tayo, let's just emphasize some of the things Daniel Igali talked about. While I support our home teams, it's important to let them know that faith without work is dead, so they need to do the work. He said they've been in Casablanca for a week. A week. Online. The plan was to even be there 2 weeks before that time. Now that's preparation, because now they've played teams in Casablanca. The players have acclimatized.
Yep.
Their spirit, soul, body, and mind is saying CAF Women's Champions League.
Right. The focus.
They have done Bielsa at home. So you see, preparation is everything when you're going for a competition. And that's why I wanted us to emphasize that point again, so that teams in Nigeria will know these things. You cannot keep doing the fire brigade approach and get results.
Nah.
So good luck once again to Bielsa Queens.
Good luck indeed to Bielsa Queens, Austin Bielsa Queens. All right, yeah, so we wish Bielsa Queens all the best in this CAF Women's Champions League. They'll be looking to go a step further than Nigeria's first representatives last year. I'm talking about Rivers Angels. They couldn't make it out of the group. We're hoping that Bielsa Queens will be making it out of the group this time around. We're still talking football. This time around, let's go to the men's side, where Nigeria's under-23 national team, better known as the Olympic Eagles, they'll be taking on Tanzania in the second leg of their Olympic qualifiers. The match will be played at the Lake Salami Stadium in Ibadan. The time is 4 p.m. The first leg score ended 1 apiece, you know, so you'd say if you go away and get a 1-1 draw, it puts you in good stead for the second leg, and you would expect Nigeria to get the job done against Tanzania now.
Yeah, hopefully we're at home. We're playing in Ibadan, strong stadium, strong crowd. One of the problems, like I said earlier on, our teams are struggling away from home. We look at the Nigerian 23 side. They've only won twice in the past 5 games, and those victories have come from home. I believe that this is an area that the technical crew are working on how they can, because you cannot keep relying on your home. Yes, it's good to get your draws away from home, but your home wins. But I feel like this game should be buried in the first half. Nigeria, Tanzania and 23 are no match for Nigeria and 23. No disrespect to the Tanzanian and 23 side, but for top notch in Africa when it comes to the age grade competition, both male and female. So I feel like the 23 Nigerian team should do the job against the Tanzania under 23 team come Sunday at Ibadan.
In Ibadan. Austin, yeah, you heard Shagun. It sounds very confident that Nigeria will, get the job done against Tanzania, even though he's also said not underrating them. But when it comes to football on the continent, Nigeria and Tanzania are worlds apart.
That's right, and while you guys have finished commending me, supporting, and always being optimistic about our teams, I don't feel that way 100% with the under-23.
Really?
And I've said it over and over again, Tayo. I keep saying that we must have a special program for the Olympic Eagles. We must, because of the time frame, because this competition is one that it just comes on you. So you must be deliberate when preparing for it. And 1-1 isn't the sort of result you want to, take back home, because anything can just go wrong, anything can just happen. So I'm just open, I believe that the guys understand the mission. I said this thing when we're getting ready for the Tokyo Olympics qualifiers, and people thought I didn't know what I was talking about. I said it that the window is just too tight, and what happened? The Super Falcons didn't qualify, the men's team didn't qualify.
Yeah.
I struggle. I can only be optimistic, but I think they're not ready enough as a team. They've not played enough as a team. There is no blend, there is no cohesion. And you see, by the time you just leave it to football will just give it to anybody. You get where I'm coming from now? So it could just be Tanzania will just be lucky and just score 1 goal and everything is over. It could be Nigeria, but I want to see a team. So the technical crew need to be sure that there is a team. That's what happened with the Chan Eagles. You see, we don't learn our lessons, And I'm saying this smiling because these lessons will keep coming to you until you learn them. If you don't learn it, it will keep happening and happening and happening. So all the best to the Olympic team. I'm open to whatever happens.
Anyway, so we wish the Eagles under 23 all the best. The game is going to be tomorrow at the Lake Salami Stadium in Ibadan. All they have to do is just win against Tanzania. That shouldn't be too difficult for any Nigerian side against any Tanzanian side. I don't know why Austin is so pessimistic about their chances tonight. Anyways, let's get on with the show. Let's talk about the 21st edition of the National Sports Festival, which is scheduled to start in Delta State, Asaba to be precise, on November the 28th. The Unity Touch is still making its way around the country, 36 states and the federal capital territory. But then there are issues with facilities. We're seeing pictures coming now, Shegun, from the last inspection of the Delta State Governor, Ifeanyi Okowa. As you can see, some of these facilities are not fully in place, which is, brought doubts about whether this competition is actually going to start on the scheduled date. But according to the local organizing committee chairman, Patrick Uka, he is here to assure us tonight that the contractors will deliver the facilities for the National Sports Festival in time. Let's take a listen to him.
One of the very good things you should be expecting is that the first ever blue turf for hockey will be launched in Delta State for the festival. And the turf is in Nigeria and is leaving Lagos for Asaba and will be laid also targeting 18th to 20th, and the pitch will be ready for a test run. You are aware of our hostels that is being put up in Denis Osadebe University, and more hostels that are being provided for at the Youth Corps camp. All these facilities we have been promised and assured will be available on this same magical date. And we are doing everything possible. And at this end of this meeting, every member of this committee now has been activated. And we can tell you that we have no inhibition. I don't think we have any challenge. All we ask for the cooperation of every other members of this committee and the general public to see that we deliver as we have promised. We're also happy to inform you that the Stephen Keshi Stadium will be wearing a new look with a new tartan track and with a new indoor sports hall and gymnastic hall.
As Patrick Uka trying to assure Nigerians and athletes especially that the facilities for the 21st edition of the National Sports Festival will be in place come November the 28th. Are you convinced, Shegun?
Am I convinced? I'm not God.
Yeah, but I mean, just from everything you see on the ground.
Austin, but on a more serious note, I don't. This fire brigade approach of always waiting to. That's the difference between certain countries and us. Even countries like Ghana, they will do better. And don't disrespect to. He's assuring us. He's giving us his word. Even the governor himself, Okowa, has assured. I think he came to talk to one of the newspapers that he has assured us that we're going to have a well-organized, a fantastic festival. But words are not enough for words and actions are two different things. Like, and Austin said, first that work is meaningless, and it's not Austin actually said it, but and Austin is a message maker. And I know Austin too will believe that probably before now 28th of November, by another time that the data set will be ready for the sports festival. We hope that it will be done this year. We hope that they will finish on time, and the word from two leaders, the governor himself and the man that spoke right now. I believe we hope that things are put in place.
This was, like I said, the last inspection of the governor. You just wonder what kind of magic are they going to perform between now and November the 20th. Maybe Austin can tell us about that.
They'll tie you up. Definitely, I don't know how to interpret miracles. but you see, let me say it again, that until you learn the lessons, they will keep happening, I remember saying on this show that at this stage, we should be testing facilities.
Right.
That's what you'll be doing at this stage, We listened to the governor 2 weeks ago, and he was saying to the contractor that they should speed up. And I said, Mr. Governor, don't tell them to speed up. Tell them they must do the right things. You see, because when you say speed up, it means it's another race against time. Off my head, I've been thinking, what sporting competition or activity is bigger than the National Sports Festival? Tayo, is there any?
No, none in Nigeria.
None. So it means the National Sports Festival should be a big deal.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, it's a big deal. So we shouldn't be treating it this way, particularly as regards infrastructure, because we say these things over and over again. So governor has told us, we'll bid it. November is coming. We'll bid the time. Now Uka is saying the same thing. The other day was Okowa saying that, they will meet the time, talking about the commissioner, Tonobo Okowa. That's not what I want to be hearing. Today, for instance, I want to hear updates. I want to hear Oka say, now the gymnasium, we're going to have gymnastic is ready.
That's wrong.
I want to hear the tartan track is set. The swimming pools are up to Olympic standards and we're getting ready. I want to hear that they have reached about 60 or 70% completion. That's progress.
Yeah.
But if we're hearing, don't worry, we're going to give you the best, it's all talks, and we should stop talking now. We should be doing the right things, particularly if we'll be making the same mistakes each year. Whenever this thing comes, we shouldn't be saying the same thing. So, Tayo, I don't know. Definitely what I know is that we're going to have the National Sports Festival. Whatever they give you, you take it.
We're laughing, but it's not a funny matter at all because, like I said, we always sound like broken records when we're talking about the national sport. It was the same thing at the last edition as well, too. In those days, they were in the race against time to get the facilities ready. They somehow managed to do that, and the competition went ahead. Let's hope it's the same thing as well as for the Delta State as they get ready for the National Sports Festival. Let's leave the National Sports Festival and let's go to England quickly. Now we're running against time. Let's talk about the games that we played over this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. We've got the fixtures for you. Austin is nodding. Shag is nodding as well too. But let's take a look at the fixtures. Starting with Leicester taking on Manchester City. There's also Bournemouth versus Tottenham. Tottenham looking to rebound from back-to-back losses in the Premier League. Brentford will take on Wolves. Brighton versus Chelsea. Graham Potter will look to continue his unbeaten start as a Chelsea head coach. Crystal Palace versus Southampton. There's also Newcastle versus Aston Villa. Newcastle will look to stay in the top four. They want to get that Champions League spot. They'll take on Aston Villa. There's also Fulham versus Everton, while Liverpool will take on Leeds United, looking to rebound from their loss against Nottingham Forest. It was a shocking loss indeed. On Sunday, it's going to be the leaders, Arsenal, taking on Nottingham Forest. Forest with Nigeria's Emmanuel Dennis and Taiwo Awoni. We're looking to get an unlikely 3 points at Emirates. Manchester United will take on West Ham. So those are your fixtures for the English Premier League. Shegun, let me come to you, and let's start with Manchester United versus West Ham. And all eyes will be once again on the starting lineup. People want to know if Cristiano Ronaldo will start. We saw him come back, just midweek. I was in the UEFA Europa League. But how do you see this happening on Sunday? Is he going to start?
Some of the things I don't see him starting. The coach is not under pressure to play him. That's now.
Is that agreed?
Yes. The coach is not under pressure to play him. I don't see him starting. And like Austin said, he doesn't work miracles. Also, I don't work miracles. So I don't see any miracle of him starting in that lineup. Marshall has strict form under him.
Marshall is still injured.
Yes,
so
still injured. But yes, he's still injured. Rashford is still there. De Antoni, the man that dances with the ball. The man that dances with the ball. There are still a couple of players that will still be able to do the job there. Or unless something happens that we can see, maybe Ronaldo starting. The coach has shown, he has put his stamp on the team. Yeah. Whatever it is, people will always complain. For whatever decision you make, whether positive or negative, people will always complain. But the thing as the coach, you do the right job, and the coach is only seeing what he can see. We don't see what the coach actually sees. So this is what it is for Manchester United, and hopefully they get to win against West Ham on Sunday.
All right, Austin, what about you? Cristiano Ronaldo, I mean, the issue is going to rumble on until the season is over, as long as he remains at Old Trafford.
The tire, I'm not trying to, because each time I do this, people come out and make it look like I'm 100% in support of Cristiano Ronaldo. But Shegun Vincent, let me remind you once again that this is Cristiano Ronaldo. I think it's time we stop the disrespect. I think so. Cristiano Ronaldo being in that starting lineup is good for the match day experience. It's good for the media talks. It's good for the fans. It's also good for the team. Let's not forget that this is Ronaldo, and I said it on this show, and I'm saying it again, that people don't know the agreement that this football legend had with Manchester United before he came back. So I won't tell you, I did not come out to say Cristiano Ronaldo refusing to be a substitute is a good thing.
No, it's not.
That's totally wrong. And that was why he was punished. But you cannot say you have Cristiano Ronaldo in a team and the team is playing well and this guy will not give 100%.
Yeah.
That's why I say it's time to stop the disrespect, because whatever we do to Cristiano, it will never take his name out of the history as one of the greatest footballers of our time.
All right.
So Manchester United should leverage on it. That's just what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Not trying to make it look like every match day, I'm not under pressure to play Cristiano. You knew Cristiano Ronaldo was in that team. And part of them, then ask JD will be, keep this guy in the team.
All right, you've spoken very well, Austin. Cristiano definitely deserves the respect. He's earned it over his career. Shegun has got a right smile. I don't know why that is the case. But in terms of the respect, Ronaldo deserves it. Doesn't mean he has to start all the games, but bringing him on for 3 minutes, I don't understand what that is supposed to do. Well, what are you supposed to achieve with that? I mean, Ten Hag shouldn't be bringing or making problems for himself.
They did try to sell him before the season started because there were rumors that he didn't want him in the team. He denied the rumors. Obviously, for what is going on, we know that Ten Hag doesn't want him in the team. Because
but he keeps saying, I'm counting on him, I'm banking on him. Why don't you just tell him
just trying to do what they call collateral damage. Remember, even one of the reasons why Tuchel was sacked was because Tuchel refused to want to sign Ronaldo because it would cause an disruption in the dressing room. So, they said, like Austin said, we don't know what the management had actually agreed with Ronaldo, and we also don't know what Eric Ten Hag has agreed with. But we want to know. What we know is that Eric Ten Hag wants to have his own stay on the team, be able to dictate who comes in, who goes out. Because there's a new wave in football now that the management or technical directors are the one controlling the team, while the coach only has to do what's on the pitch. And big coaches will not allow that. No. That's one of the reasons why Mourinho left Man U.
I agree. The
coach must play. So the coach is the one in charge of the team, because the worst thing that can happen to a player is player will be sold, but the coach will be sacked. And the coach being sacked is a downside to his CV.
You're spot on. Yeah, the coach
Tayo, let me just say this in 1 minute. In 1 minute and I'm done. I've covered English Premier League matches, and I tell you, particularly when I go to Stamford Bridge, I see fans from the United States of America, from Asia. They're flying just to watch games, just to have match day experience. Yeah. Now tell me, if you go to Old Trafford, no disrespect on Dalot, on Martinez, on Rashford and the rest, you go to Old Trafford and you know Manchester United is going to play a game. Tayo, who is that one player every football fan will want to see?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Austin is Ronaldo, but then the coach has to consider whether Ronaldo playing actually gives them a good chance of winning or not. So that's very important as well. It's a result-oriented business, like you know. But yeah, Austin, we gotta go. We gotta close the show. We'll see if Ronaldo starts on Sunday or not.
We'll see, we'll wait. But our best wishes to Leicester City and Nigeria's Kelechi Iheanacho, Wilfred Ndidi, as they take on Manchester City in the English Premier League. That's the show. I need to breathe to end this one, because that Cristiano Ronaldo conversation in London. I'm Austin Okonakwan, and everything you do, remember, keep talking sports. Bye for now.
We'll try. Thanks for your time as well, Shegun. Appreciate your time.
We rarely do the show together, but this is the second show. I hope we do more shows. And
absolutely.
Probably after the show, you give me your suits.
I'll think about that. Thank you all for watching as well. To enjoy the rest of your night and the weekend as well. I am Tayo Salam.